Welcome to my first video on the channel. Hello, my name is Dutch Mapper. Today we're gonna do a what if Europe had a total war? The first, the two countries that are gonna begin the war is of course gonna be Germany and Poland. The UK is a good ally of Germany, and Poland has been an historical ally of France. This is how it's gonna be, and they just like get countries one on one based on IRL relations. So Germany is of course gonna like get Italy, and France gonna get Spain. But with Spain joining, the UK has like a 600-year-old defensive pact with Portugal. And the Irish, they don't like the British. So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of like, even though the European Union exists and all of that, and like NATO, there's still some like historical tensions. Like we got the EU here, and we got NATO. So yeah. Um, if we go on, we got like, of course, Belgium is majority like, there's like split down the middle with French and German. They would probably join the French since historical things with Germany. The Dutch are actually gonna join Germany since they have good relation with Germany and the UK. So that's interesting. Uh, yeah. So here we're actually gonna have Ukraine join on Polish side. Ukraine and Poland are actually pretty good friends. And Poland and Ukraine have a common enemy, Belarus. So that's actually gonna be a big disadvantage for the blue team because the two-front war. But Germany has a two-front war too, but France too. So it's gonna be pretty equal, but also like France is stronger than Germany, UK is stronger than France, so pretty equal for now. Anyway, we're gonna have Austria join on Germany since the German-speaking majority. We're gonna have Greece join on the French side since Greece has a defensive pact with France. And we also all know that with that, Serbia joins on the blue team. Serbia and Greece have pretty good relations in real life, so that's gonna be like a big like help for me to like get this out because they don't like Serbia, they don't like Greece, they have disputes with Macedonia. I know that Romania has pretty good relations with Serbia and all of that, and like they're I think decent relations with Ukraine. But they are gonna be joining the red team, and let me tell you why. That's because Hungary is pretty good friends with Poland. They're gonna join the blue team. Um, well, these guys, Croatia is gonna join the red team because they don't like Serbia, and they've some historical beef with Hungary because of this land down here. Slovenia, they join the red team because of Croatia. Montenegro joins Serbia. Moldova joins Romania. Polish Lithuanian Commonwealth's kinda, yeah. Denmark is gonna join Germany since like, yeah. Sweden is gonna join the blue team since the historic rivalry with Denmark and all of that stuff. Finland is pretty good friends with Sweden, so yeah. Norway, they're pretty good friends with the UK, and like, I have a Norwegian friend that says they absolutely hate Sweden, so I'm just for him, just gonna put Norway on the red team. Estonia has good friends with Finland, and we would probably have the Baltics all together in one team. Czechia is gonna join the red team, Slovakia into the blue team. Switzerland red team, they are a red team, and oh, of course, the most important country in the world, Iceland. So that are the teams for now. Um, yeah, let's the war begin, I guess. So, oh wait, we forgot about Luxembourg. My bad. Luxembourg is majority German speaking, so they would join that team. Um, so the first aggression is actually gonna be with France trying to invade Germany. This has historically not been like that easy, but Germany is a lot weaker than they were historically. And with the help of France, Belgium is able to push into the Netherlands and getting very close to the important city of Rotterdam. We also have rivers layer. Let's do that. So, yeah, with France pushing into Germany, it's gonna be pretty hard for Germany since also Poland is here. And if you know something about Poland, they have a pretty strong military. They're gonna get very close to Berlin, but Germany is able to hold them off for now. In the meanwhile, the UK takes over a majority of Ireland, not all of it yet, because the Irish don't want to be British again. That's pretty understandable. I wouldn't be want to be British also, so. Spain is gonna take over a lot of Portugal. They're gonna try to make an offensive towards Lisbon. It's gonna be stalled for now. And the Italians are gonna push into Corsica, and they're gonna invade into the Alps. Good luck, Italy. It's gonna be pretty, yeah, not easy. Croatia and Croatia and Bosnia are able to push into Montenegro and link up with the three like pretty weak countries, except Albania. But like, yeah, Greece and Bulgaria are here, so you might want to like reinforce this front line, cause not a fair matchup. Um, Ukraine goes into Moldova a little bit, and they also go a little bit into Romania. They push to this river, and they are eventually stopped, since they also gotta focus onto Belarus. But here, Belarus is actually unsurprisingly focused on the Baltics and not Poland. They hate Poland, but they're still gonna like see an opportunity here. Sweden would absolutely smack Norway in war, so like Sweden is gonna like take over the capital, and we actually see the first country surrender, I think, right? No, Montenegro, but this the first medium country surrender. So that's a pretty big game changer because now Sweden and Finland can focus their troops on other important matters. So yeah, here Hungary is gonna push into Romania, but they're gonna get pushed back by the Czechs and the little bit of the Croatian army and Austria. When that same offensive is happening, a little bit of Czech army goes into Poland, trying to save Germany in the meanwhile. In the meanwhile, the UK take over all of Ireland, and they're gonna send their troops to the Netherlands to hold off incoming French. With those UK troops here, finally, um, Germany actually has a chance, and they hold off Poland a little bit. So Germany, Berlin is almost safe, but that's not gonna be for much longer because the Swedes just captured Copenhagen, and that's gonna be a pretty big game changer. Since the Swedes and the Finnish can now focus on the Baltics and now focus on Denmark, maybe in the future going to like central Germany. So there's like Germany is like a free front war now. But with the UK being there, that's gonna be a pretty like distraction for France. So now we actually have the British arriving, and the British and the Dutch are stronger than the Belgians and the French, so they're gonna push back here a little bit, and they're gonna liberate all of the Netherlands. They're gonna make an offensive towards Brussels. They come close to the city, they're just not gonna capture it. Oh wait, one color. They're gonna come close to the city, but they're not gonna capture it. They also, in the meanwhile, liberated Luxembourg. They're not gonna like go out from there, trying to like do Dunkirk, but yeah, Germany's not as strong as they were. They're gonna take out the German part of Belgium. They're gonna try to do an all-front out war. In the meanwhile, Switzerland uh, protects Geneva, and they all do that stuff. Italy is finally out of the mountains, so that's not good for France. But the Balkans are getting absolutely decimated by the Greeks, the Bulgarians, and the Serbians. So like Montenegro gets partly recaptured, Serbia is almost fully recaptured. They make an offensive into Romania, and they actually, I know this is not realistic because like these two cannot be on the same side, but like the problem is these two, like yeah, this is just kind of like how it has to be. My bad for like yeah, okay. Like these two on the same side would be worse than these two, so this is the best I could do. Sorry guys. Ukraine is gonna still focus on Belarus, and they're almost gonna get the capital until a something not so great happens. Uh, the Germans are gonna do a large recruitment process, and it's gonna get them a lot of troops. They're gonna send those troops into Poland, and with those, Poland is pretty scared for their life, and they're just gonna wait for like Sweden and Finland to get there. So they're gonna hold a defensive naval front up here. They're gonna just wait for these two. When that same offensive was happening, a counter-offensive was happening to get Belarus out of the Baltics. With the Belarus out of the the Baltics and some armies of Finland can focus on getting very close to the capital and actually capturing it. This is a major game changer because now Poland doesn't have to fight a two-front war, and a lot of Belarusian troops flee to Russia. Who would have thought? Even though they're not a part of the scenario, they still flee there. So now it's pretty much over for the red team. Well, like not down here, but like with Spain like capturing almost all of Portugal, it's gonna be pretty hard to win this war. Like they have a strong center and they have a strong UK here. It's just a problem that there's like a very strong East almost like preparing to come. So yeah, it's just waiting to see it out, I guess. The Ukrainians captured what city? What do they capture? No, it's not here. Okay, they captured the capital of Moldova, and this is pretty much gonna let. It's like the Moldovans are gonna surrender, of course, because like they're not a very strong country. The Romanians are thinking about surrendering, even though like their capital hasn't been taken, but like it's not that like fair. The Bulgarians and the Greeks almost captured Bucharest, and they're on the brink of capture. The Ukrainians are just rolling through the north. There's like mountains here, but like, who cares? The mountains are here, so they're gonna push up to those mountains. And in the meanwhile, what then was happening, Bucharest got captured. So with that, Romania actually surrenders over to the blue team. So that's not good for the blue team, unless you want to be like, not good for the red team if you don't want to be blue. So now Germany is just gonna hold a defensive right here. They're gonna, with the help of the UK, they're gonna blitz Belgium, and they're gonna get very close to Paris. No, not yet. Um, they're gonna get very close to Paris. And with the Italians capturing Lyon is a big game changer. The problem with that is those same Polish that just dealt with Belarus and the Ukrainians are like they're they're blitzing through Eastern Europe. Like it's just not fair. The teams were just not fair. Like the blue team in the East is way stronger than like the red team. Like Romania was like the strongest country with like Croatia here, so like then you have Ukraine to do that. Like Norway was pretty much like pretty quick done. Like why did I saw like so many times? Holy shit. France is it's looking like they're gonna fall. It's just problem is they're not, cause the blue wave is coming. Like yeah, Denmark got captured, Hamburg got captured. Um, the Polish are on the outskirts of Berlin. Prague gets captured. They're gonna do a spear to Munich, but it's eventually like dies out. They're gonna follow the Oder, I think it's the Oder rivers, um, with a lot of like fighters from Ukraine, Bulgaria, and Greece. Italy is actually managed to hold out their navy like against this massive navy wall. Um, they're gonna like pull back on this just to like defend themselves. That was not a smart decision though, because now France can just focus on Germany, with Germany kind of falling in the west, in the east. Near the coast, it still stays out, but Luxembourg gets captured and they come very close to Frankfurt. And you don't want that happening, because if Germany falls, you lose, like pretty hard. Um, the Polish just captured Berlin, so that's pretty much the downfall. The Swedes and the Polish meet up here, and they are now just like like they're just sweeping through. Like the German government's collapsed, and like Germany surrenders. Yeah. So now Austria is kind of like the Austrians are like only mountains right now, so they surrender. The Swiss surrender. Slovenia surrenders. The Dutch surrenders. Even Iceland, even though they didn't get invaded. Same with the Dutch. So now it's like Italy versus the rest, and yeah, okay. That was a pretty fun scenario. I will be getting back to you guys when I've done the peace treaty. So I will see you then. So this is the peace treaty that I made. Let's first go from like west to right. So Spain takes over. Let me remove the capital. Spain takes over all of Portugal, and they become the Iberian Union. I just realized the microstates didn't do anything, so just ignore that, please. UK takes over a little bit of Ireland because, well, they occupied Ireland, but they did surrender, so they're not gonna take all of it. The Dutch lose a lot of land. They lose Rotterdam. They still have Amsterdam, though. The Germans lose a lot of land, but they gained a little bit of like here in Denmark. Poland got a lot of lands. Yeah, Poland got a lot of lands. They're pretty big. Uh, Bavaria, the remainder of Czechia, and remainder of Austria united into Bavarian Union. Switzerland is just lost their French part. Italy actually is the only thing like well with the UK they actually gained Corsica. Slovenia it was made into a puppet by Hungary. They got a little bit of Croatian land, but they lost a little bit of land. Um, whatever this thing is, and then Montenegro. But yeah, the remainder. Oh wait, no, this is actually my bad. So Hungary is pretty large, and so well, Slovakia is very long. The Baltic Union, and then of course Russia had to take something of Belarus. Going up here to the north, Sweden basically becomes the North Sea Empire with a little bit of Denmark, and their borders are pretty good. Um, yeah, Finland just gets this, I guess, and like war operations. I don't know. So yeah, that was everything for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope I can get some more subscribers in the future. Bye.